What's going on, everybody? So back with another question from one of you guys. Remember, if you guys have questions that you want me to answer in a video just like this, just leave the comments below and maybe I'll get to your question. They've been stacking up. There's quite a few of them. Might even start doing 2 of these a day. I don't know yet. But make sure you're leaving the comments below. Make sure you're subscribing to my channel so that you know when I'm posting one of these videos, and maybe it's the answer that maybe it's the question that you asked. But this video, I've had quite a few people ask me this question, not only in the comments but in person. People have always wondered if you're supposed to do cardio before or after your lift. In this scenario, this guy is saying that he is a basketball player and he's trying to put on muscle, and he's wondering if he should be doing his strength training before or after his practices, because his practices consist of a lot of cardio, a lot of running. So before I get into the real answer here, more than anything, guys, there is no answer to this question. And you might be confused. What I mean is that the fitness and getting in shape and training and dieting, it's more so about what you're just going to be able to stick to. If I tell you right now that cardio is better before you weight train, but you don't get a good lift after you do cardio, then why the hell would you do cardio before you weight train? Why wouldn't you do what works better for you, what you're going to enjoy doing, what you're going to be able to do for months and months and months at a time? It's the same thing as if you're dieting. If you're dieting and you're sticking to a diet every single meal, every single calorie for weeks at a time, and you're not even giving yourself any kind of balance where you're letting yourself have one kind of cheat meal, even though I do recommend cheat meals because they're amazing to give your metabolism boost as a refeed meal. But aside from the fact of that, if you're sticking to a diet and you're sticking to every single meal and you're not cheating at all and you're not giving yourself any kind of slack, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get burnt out, because you're not going to enjoy it, you're going to get sick of it, and you're going to end up quitting. Whereas if you would have just stuck to that diet but allowed yourself, say, one cheat meal, one cheat day a week that you could look forward to every week, that way when it does start getting tough, you can just think to yourself, oh, in a week or in however many days, I'm gonna have my cheat meal. So I'm gonna write down the foods that I'm wanting right now, and on Sunday, those are the foods that I'm gonna get. And that mentally is just going to make everything so much easier to stick to for months and years at a time. Because what is the point of doing any of this if you're only gonna do it for a couple of weeks? So to answer your question, for those of you who are wondering if you should do cardio before or after your lift, you should do whatever you enjoy doing. I recommend the next 2 times that you plan on lifting and doing cardio in the same day, try it different ways. Try cardio before you strength train, and then the next time you go to do it, try cardio after you strength train. Whatever you feel better doing, whatever you get a better lift from and a better cardio workout from, do that. And don't let anybody tell you differently. Now, what I would recommend, other than that, is to do your cardio workouts after you strength train. Especially the guy who asked this, especially if you're trying to put on muscle mass, because the main thing is that when you do cardio before, you are fatiguing your body. And when you're fatiguing your body, you're going to put yourself at greater risk of injury, because you're not going to have the energy, the glycogen in your muscles, just the endurance to use the same weight and have the same solid form with that weight. And you're still probably going to try to push that same weight, so you might injure yourself. And if you want to get scientific with it, you inhibit your mTOR pathway when you do cardio before you strength train. If you don't know what your mTOR pathway is, I want you to look at this guy right here. This guy puts on muscle really easily. This is a football linebacker, okay? He puts on muscle really easily. If he looks at a bench press, he puts on muscle. Then I want you to look at, I don't know, Pee Wee Herman. Really skinny guy, hard gainer. The main difference between these two guys, Pee Wee Herman and the linebacker, is the linebacker can put on muscle because his body naturally accesses those mTOR pathways much easier than Pee Wee Herman. Hard gainers don't have as great of access to their mTOR pathways, which are what are in charge of putting on muscles for our body. So, especially if you're trying to put on muscle, unless you just get shitty lifts, if you do strength training first, I don't know how that would happen, but I would recommend, if you do try one or the other, and let's say you like them equally, I would recommend doing strength training first, because if you do cardio first, you are going to inhibit the access to your mTOR pathways and make it harder to put on muscle. And you're going to fatigue your muscles. You're going to put yourself at risk of injury. So I hope those reasons alone will give you an idea of what is best for you. Like I said, it's all about doing what works for you, and if doing cardio works better for you first and you get a shit cardio workout after you strength train, and maybe when you do cardio first it gets you in the right mindset to crush your lift, do that. It's whatever works best for you, but let's say you like them both equally the same, I would recommend doing strength training first and cardio second, because it is going to give you more availability, more easy access to your mTOR pathways. That way you can put on more strength and muscle mass. So I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, please give it a thumbs up so I know to keep making videos like this. And again, don't forget to ask me any questions, comment them below, and subscribe to my channel in case I do answer your question. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.